What's up, Divine Family? It is Aadhya, your Cosmic Oracle, and today the message is that Spirit has for you, specifically for my entrepreneurs, my artists, creatives, business owners, everyone who is working diligently toward building their business, building their empire, channeling their artwork, putting their creations out into the world, and bringing their ideas into fruition. This message is specifically for you. So you have just completed or are in the process of completing such a powerful cycle of change and transformation. It's like your old life has either already completely come to a close, or it is slowly but surely being dismantled piece by piece, brick by brick, being torn apart, taken down, because the old way, your old way of being and maneuvering and operating has come to a close. The lessons that you have needed to learn and the things that you've needed to see about yourself in order to shed that old skin, in order to be more mature, in order to execute your decisions and all the moves that you make with more power and precision and accuracy. All of that strength and all of that empowerment is coming in for you right now, full force. And of course, we know with change comes discomfort. It's a part of the process. It's the growing pains of building and expanding and blossoming into something new. It's not comfortable to shed the old ways, the old habits, the old vices. It's not easy to go deep into the shadow, to go deep into our psyche, and to see what in our subconscious programming is holding us back, is stifling us, is keeping us stagnant, is keeping us stuck in poverty consciousness. All of that is being highlighted right now so that you can do your work to bring it into balance, so that you can be, your body and your spirit can be in an optimal state to continue to persevere, continue to move forward, continue to sow seeds, to plant seeds and diligently water them so you can watch them grow and sprout and blossom and bloom. And right now, I'm seeing so many doors. Spirit just keeps showing me doors opening on one side, and on the other side, doors closing. All these doors, all these different options that are being presented to you, Divine One. The doors that are closing in your life right now, let them close. Let that chapter of your life completely come to an end. All of the stress and the strain and the worry and the burnout and the overwhelm, all of that comes from living in a constant survival state is so draining and exhausting, and your spirit does not want to live like that anymore. It cannot live like that anymore. And so as all of these doors, so many doors, as all these doors of opportunity are opening, it's so important for you to be balanced and really take the time to see fully, have proper foresight, go into meditation, go into a state of reflection, to have your spirit show you that if you walk through open door A, what it will lead to, versus if you walk through open door B or C or D. Because There are so many opportunities that are opening up for you right now, but you have to have the proper judgment and discernment to know which door is meant for you to walk through, that's going to lead you on the path of your deepest desires and not on another detour, cyclical loop of trauma. Spirit is also reminding you to focus on nurturing and nourishing yourself. It's not enough to slave away at work. It's not enough to just go and push your body and push past your limits and push to create, when your system, your spirit is begging for you, pleading for you to slow down, to stop and take a moment to assess how you feel energetically, emotionally. Spirit's reminding you that in order for you to pursue and actualize your visions and bring your dreams into fruition, you have to be attuned to your subconscious. You have to be aligned and in harmony with your emotional body, with the way that you feel, with your subconscious self, with your intuition, your more feminine capacities. And that feminine capacity is the simple act of caring for ourselves and nurturing ourselves and slowing down to check in and see how we feel. Because how we feel, our emotions are energy in motion, right? And they carry inherent in them, they carry information. So our emotions and our feelings are always providing us with information as to which of those doors are going to be most beneficial for us to step through, because we're not quite out of Dodge yet. We're in the midst of eclipse season. We're currently in a retrograde period. And regardless of when you're watching this reading, it's going haywire on the planet right now. It's because old systems are being destroyed and new systems are being birthed. And so that process can be a hectic and chaotic process, and still it's beautiful and it's deeply profound, right? So as you put in the work to bring to fruition, as you do the work to bring to fruition your dreams and your desires and really designing the life that you see for yourself, it requires you to cut ties with the ways that you've been, the dysfunctional habits, the dysfunctional patterns. It requires for you to look back at your past and to see, in all of the situations where you felt like you failed, or something that you wanted didn't come to pass, or whether it's a failed relationship, a failed job opportunity, a failed business. Well, nothing is really a failure as long as we extract the wisdom from that experience and properly integrate it, so that we don't make those same decisions going forward. We take that information and we learn from it and we move forward. We integrate that into who we are now and how we move now, so that we're not constantly reliving and relearning the same lessons, right? So Spirit is reminding you, you powerful artist, creator, CEO, business owner. Those are all different ways of saying the same thing. We're all here to be creators. That's how we're designed. We're designed to bring life, to bring things into form. That we're designed to have thoughts and have images and ideas and visions that we then do the work to channel and make them tangible and make it physical and make it real, so that we can experience it, so that others can also experience it. So that is the energy that we're in right now, and know that this moment in your life, this moment in your timeline requires for you to be in such a deep balance internally, because as external systems are in a state of chaos and destruction, we're required to root into such a deep sense of grounding and stability and security within self that none of those external storms that are happening can infiltrate our inner world and impact us in a way that hinders or prohibits our progress and our movement forward, right? So know that if you feel like you're in a weird kind of limbo space right now, you're not alone. It's that's where the world is at right now. We're no longer living in accordance with the old paradigm and the old ways of doing things, but we haven't quite been fully birthed into this new paradigm and this new way of being and this new way of relating. So we're in this sort of purgatory stage where we're being guided to bring balance to that sense of stress and strain and overwhelm, and as we work to create, no longer creating from a space of being in survival mode all the time, that's not going to work going forward. We have to do the work to be, yes, disciplined and organized and devoted, and to have that persevering energy of stamina. And we also have to know when to slow down, when to reel it back, when to sit in a state of reflection and just be in silence and stillness in order to nourish and nurture ourselves energetically and emotionally, so that our entire system is in balance and we have a true awareness of where we're at and what we're experiencing, and we're not pushing past our limits to the point of having to withdraw and isolate and go through these motions of creation and pushing ourselves to the limit, and then being constantly stressed and burnt out and feeling overworked and overwhelmed. Like, that cycle doesn't work anymore. So creators, artists, entrepreneurs, we're being guided by spirit to take a step back, to focus on our inner work, to focus on healing those aspects in our subconscious that are rooted in a toxic, patriarchal, capitalistic way of just go, create, without the proper balance of destruction and preservation. We have to know which part of ourselves to destroy, which part of ourselves to maintain and preserve, and that lays the foundation for then what we give birth to. So, and the message really is like to bring balance to the because it's masculine energy that allows us to actually like create, right? Willpower and the capacity to like assert ourselves and move forward, that inherently is masculine energy. It's active energy, whereas feminine energy is that energy potential. So spirit is guiding all of us as artists and creators, entrepreneurs, and the like, to create from a more balanced and harmonious state of creation, which is to bring balance to our masculine and feminine polarities, to know that it's not only okay, but it's imperative for us to slow down, sit in stillness, sit in silence, and ask your ancestors, ask your guides, go into nature and ask the birds and the bees and the trees to support you and to bring you vision and to give you energy and to channel ideas into you as to how to move forward, what it is that you're here to create. from a deeper space, from a space that's more connected with your feelings and your emotions and your intuitive capacities and capabilities. So I hope that this message is helpful and fruitful for you in some way, and I'll see you next time, Divine Family. Much love.